Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Doc Anime Robin. In this video, I'll be unboxing and reviewing the Spinosaurus action figure from the movie Jurassic Park 3 in the action figure series Jurassic World Hammond Collection. And this set is manufactured by Mattel. Before we open up the box, let's quickly look over the details on it. So on the front here, we have like a picture of Spinosaurus as it appears from the Jurassic Park 3 movie. It's little transparency. You can see the Spinosaurus figure here, and it's really a very ferocious looking beast here. On the side here, we have a still or picture of the Spinosaurus from the Jurassic Park 3 movie. Below, we have the character bio here, and then the logo for Jurassic Park 3. And as most Jurassic Park franchise fans would probably know, Spinosaurus is like the only other dinosaur besides the T-Rex to have the honor of being made into a logo of the movie it appears in. So we have the fossil or skeletal picture of a Spinosaurus, again as the movie logo. And here's the logo picture again, and on the back they have again the bio for the Spinosaurus, and here, although there's only 3 pictures for the figures here, it kind of clearly shows how the figure is capable of a great articulation. And you can see the reptilian eyes of Spinosaurus clearly in this picture. And apparently they are confident this figure has the premium details for enhanced realism. And now let's get this beast out of its cage. Go. So here we have the pictures. The figure still inside the case here, and there's obviously the tail that has to be attached to the back. And now let's cut the figure loose. There's still one foot here that's kind of wire, caught in the wire, so can cut it from the side. Let's try below here. And let's see if that did the job. Yes, it did. No. So we have Spinosaurus here, but it looks like without the tail. Okay, it's really hard to stand it up. Let's see. So here we have the tail. Okay, good. So it was an easy snap on. Okay. Okay, there we go. So it's tricky, but we can balance the figure after some doing here. So here, to make it look better, you just have to open up its arms here. Now let's check out this figure's articulation, and we'll start with its tail here. So it came out the box with the tail like completely straight, but even though there's no visible joint, the tail is actually pretty posable. You can bend it. And because of the tail joint that is in the attachment, you can rotate the tail like this. And with these articulation, you can pretty much pose the tail in certain ways you want, although there's still a little limitation to how far the tail can bend. It's not like it's totally flexible. And now let's check out its arms. So we have like 3 joints basically. Like it's like pretty much its shoulders here, and the forearms, as well as the hand or claws. Now these claws here or fingers, they are like soft and flexible, but not actually articulated, so you can't really mimic any dexterity in the Spinosaurus fingers here, but it's enough. You can basically kind of pose a clawing or slashing move at any angle you want. Same on this other hand here, and soft fingers, and also kind of soft claws, which is good. You don't have to worry about getting scratched by the claws. Now let's check out its legs and feet. So this, you can open or extend the thigh a little outward and inward a little bit, and straighten back. Let's see here with, and then we have some joints in the legs, and those should need to be adjusted for the stance. I didn't see those in the beginning. That's why at first it took me so long to stand up the figure. But now, like this, we can put on like have one foot put it in another kind of stance and pose, which can in turn help put on the pose portraying the Spinosaurus is working towards something. And you can change the foot here. Now there's another foot that's in front of another one. It's tricky. You have to find the right way to balance it. And looks like maybe you can only have the left foot in front of the right foot. This structure look like it's kind of hard to work with unless you push in the right direction. The stance is kind of weird, so the best is to just try to keep the the feet even. Now finally, let's check out the neck and the jaw here. So the neck can kind of turn, although apparently he can like even turn upside down, which is kind of unnatural. But if you want to make a funny look with the Spinosaurus, you can always do this, and can turn left and right easily, like 45-degree toward each, to either right or left. Look at its eyes. It's a really ferocious reptilian killer look. It's a kind of common trait of designing metal. or the Hammond collection figure. And now let's check out its jars. So we have a movable tongue, although it's not very. The tongue is flexible apparently, but it's not very articulated. You can't really move it much. It just keep falling down. And, but yeah, we can close the jar. That's nice. Although looks like the jar it's hard to open once it's closed, so you have to put some effort in there. And apparently there's no degree of how much of the jar you want to open. It either goes all the way or it all the way closes. So that's a bummer. But at least it's good that it can open and close. So its large size makes it hard to balance and stand still, but with enough practice, I'm pretty sure it can be done. With all these articulation, you can have the Spinosaurus figure here put on many kinds of poses, including this one where like Spinosaurus is rowing and trying to claiming territory, or declaring a victory in the fight, or this plain intimidation. So this covers the basic features of this figure, and as you can see, like all Jurassic World Hammond collection series, this figure has good articulation as well as the really good eye feature, the snake eyes or the reptilian looking eyes, along with the Spinosaurus face here, makes this figure appear very intimidating. If you are a Jurassic franchise fan, this is definitely a good potential collection for you, because this is a really large carnivorous dinosaur that's even bigger than T-Rex, and more importantly, as most Jurassic Park franchise fans would know, Spinosaur is the only dinosaur that defeated or killed a T-Rex on screen. So again, making this really attractive figure for you to consider adding to collection. And more importantly, its face got like a crocodile-like appearance. So again, if you also like crocodile, then this is definitely a good dinosaur you want to consider getting for either display or any kind of purpose you want for you to do with a crocodile like creature with. And this figure might be even be better than most Godzilla figure because again, not only it's so big and it's so ferocious looking, like a giant lizard, killer lizard here, and again with all the articulation here, you can make it look very lifelike, which is really cool. However, it's not without flaw. As you have seen when I was setting up this figure, I had to struggle to get this figure to stand, and because of its large size, it's hard to keep the figure in a balanced posture, and so it can easily fall. But one way to counter that, you kind of have to, whenever you are not like actually putting the figure on display, you just want to sit on a table or some kind of display somewhere, you can just simply pull down its tail like this and try to push its weight back, so this way it'll just basically rest on the tail and it won't fall. And if you keep the tail up, well, you can put many kind of interesting pose that way. The figure can also lose balance, so that's something you want to watch out for. And funny thing is, as mentioned before, this figure's hands are soft, which actually help if it just fall like that, and when it falls on its hands again, it's kind of soft landing because its hands are just like so soft, and so it won't suffer any damage from the fall. So if you want to get this figure, don't expect that it's so easy to set up. You're gonna have to practice balance the stance, how to make the stance of the figure on its feet to keep the whole figure balanced and not falling apart. So if you do purchase this figure, please don't expect to just be able to easily handle it. You probably have to again practice how to set up its stance, and then you can think about how to make all kinds of poses with the figure. There is also one other detail that's a little bit wrong with this figure. Now, the Hammond collection usually have done a very good job in making the dinosaur figures to be screen accurate, meaning they got like all the details for the dinosaur figure to appear just like the dinosaur do in the movies. But in this one, the one detail I think that they got it wrong here is the color of the Spinosaur. It should be pretty much largely all brownish, but as you can see on the top of the figure, it's a kind of little reddish orange. And let's go back to the box for a moment here. And as you can see in this picture from the movie, the Spinosaur is still kind of more brown than red. Yet, for some reason, they decide to basically paint the like almost a little reddish orange here. Well, one positive side to this is basically it makes it a little more intimidating because it appears bloody. However, if you care so much about every detail, then maybe this isn't exactly a a good figure for you to collect after all. But besides these little problem, I would say this is definitely the best Spinosaurus figure manufacturer from the Jurassic Park franchise. And if you like the Spinosaurus from those movies, you should definitely consider adding this figure to your collection. This concludes my review for this set. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click like and subscribe to my channel. And please check out other videos from my channel. And if you have any question, please leave them in the comment section. I will answer with the best of my knowledge and ability.